Today's subject is our pets in the afterlife. Uh, we've asked about it, we've talked about it. And we did some recent conversations with our dead relatives about the subject. But let me give you a little background. Some pets are more sensitive than other pets. For instance, I had a little dog. It was called Sita. We got it as a puppy. It lived 14, 15 years. And at one point, I brought that dog here to Colleen's house. Colleen, who bailed on this video, by the way. I brought that dog to Colleen's house here. She invited me over for dinner one time, some years ago. And there sat the dog in the dining room, barking at the kitchen counter at nothing. But it had that, I hate the cat bark. We've all heard that. This dog in particular did not like cats. And it had that particular bark, like the cat. That is where Colleen's old dead cat used to always sit, at the end of the counter by the door, waiting for the door to open. Sita could see the cat there. We couldn't see it. We didn't know it was there, but the dog knew it was there. And another time after that, we used to have a cat when I lived over in Bali, and the cat was on the second floor. The Sita ruled the first floor. The cat was allowed to be on the second floor. In the evening, the cat used to like to come down and try to sneak out the side door. I'd always let the cat out, and it would just go out for a half hour. But Sita, if she saw that cat coming down those steps, she'd get on the landing 2 steps up, and she'd do this big display, make herself as wide as her little body could, and bark, 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 try to scare the cat back up the steps, and usually she did. Years after that cat died, there goes Sita up onto the landing, doing it again, doing that whole getting real big and wide and bark, bark, bark. The cat was dead for years, but there it was still on the steps. So some animals are more sensitive. There's another one. My sisters, I have 2 younger sisters. Colleen is one of them, and then there's Carla. And they used to ride horses on this dirt road, not terribly far away. And it's called Spook Lane because there's a bunch of houses that are just empty and abandoned. And there's this one particular house that the horse that Carla rode on, the horse wouldn't pass that house. There was something in front of that house, between the horse and the house, something there that spooked the horse. Not Colleen's horse. Colleen's horse is just whatever. But Carla's horse, it's just every time going down that road. Now, eventually Carla could get the horse to go past it, but it took a determined amount of work on Carla's part to move that horse forward. It was sensitive. There was something there. And then there's other, like here in this house, Colleen has seen a black cat running down the steps. There's no black cat. Another time she saw a huge, like almost like the size of a mastiff with red eyes here in the living room, just to the right of the screen. I mean, it was just moving around in her living room. She doesn't know who that dog was. She never had a dog that had those red eyes. What was that? We don't know. I don't know. But years ago they told us, you're going to see all your pets when you get to the afterlife. Great. I loved all my pets. Most of us do. So we get to see them. Now, is it 24/7? No, I don't think anything is 24/7 in the afterlife. But we get to visit with them once in a while, which is nice. It's comforting. Recently, Colleen did a study in his house, and you remember what a study is. It's where we put the recorders around the house and we ask questions, and invisible people answer the questions. Generally our family members or people close to our family. So Colleen went on to ask, I got my notes here. Colleen went on to ask, what level are our past pets on in the afterlife? And a woman upstairs at the top of the steps replies, let me warn you, it's a close one. That's kind of cryptic. I don't understand. All right, so the level that our pets are on is close to the level that we're on in the afterlife? And why do we have to get warned? I don't know what she's talking about. I don't get it. Another question. How do our past pets interact with us, humans? And in the dining room, a man replies, good way. So he's pretty nonchalant about the whole thing, that they are past, they're around. There's pets, that, like Colleen's cat that was on the counter that we couldn't see, but the dog could see it. So they interact in a good way, which is nice. Another question. How do our living pets interact with past pets? At the stove in the kitchen, a woman says, I see them getting angry. And just 3 feet away at the fridge, there's a recorder. And there a man's heard to say, we can't tell you that. Oh, they love to keep a little mystery going on, don't they? Hey, that's my report for today. I got another one coming up soon. Hang in there. See you soon.